Tell, you hear all that? What that cry was talking about?
We didn't have an option for these two at the festival, and that's because they already have an incredible scene here that you're guaranteed to see.
Yeah. Sounded proper familiar to me.
It's easy to blame the Sanctus Church for the whole thing. But maybe not all of them were happy about it.
Well, we know that his dad certainly wasn't.
Makes you think. I remember St. Rella looked like her heart was breaking, seeing us at death's door. Maybe she knew what was going on.
So, they were part of those experiments.
Del, what do we believe in, really? Are we absolutely positive that, Count Luis's vision and ours have enough in common?
I thought we were done talking about this. He's the reason we got this far. A couple of Parapus orphans. Nobody else wants us. Nobody cares about us. We'd be nothing without Count Luis.
You'd certainly be welcome with our group, though. So that is the sad thing about people like Luis. They often draw in the kind of people who feel like they have nowhere else to go, because these people act like, they're the only place where the only person who'll accept them, when that's actually not true.
I know, Del, but he makes all them speeches about equality, but in the end, he's gonna leave the weak to die. I heard him talk about his ideal world, and it sounds like a world where we'd have died alone in the dirt. No Saint Rella to save us. Is that what we're fighting for?
And one other thing that I also think here is true is that, in Luis's ideal world, nobody would have healed Fidelio after he got injured. They would have just left him to die of that infection, because him getting that injury in the first place would be proof that he wasn't worth saving.
Too late for that kind of talk, brother. Blood on our hands either way.
Yes, this. But there's always a chance to turn around.
Hey! What are you two doing on your own? Come join the party! You'll miss the whole festival.
Oh, we were just introspecting about whether or not our entire lives have been a lie.
Lady Juna.
What's that look about? I know you're absolutely smitten with me, love, but you needn't be so tense about it.
Do you plan to kill Count Luis?
What are you talking about? He can't be killed anyway.
Lady Juna, I don't think your heart is with Count Luis anymore. Or maybe it never was.
Yeah, I feel like this was inevitable.
There's a side of you that you only show them. But us, starting to think we've never seen the real you.
This was inevitably gonna happen when these two came along with us. And, well, Luis did send them to basically keep an eye on the group.
Are you really so worried for Count Luis? He's the one who measures worth in power. So what would he think to hear you underestimating him?
That's a really good response, though.
So you don't actually work for Forden or nothing then? No ulterior motives?
I've been with Count Luis since before the race even started, haven't I? Ever since he was stripped of command.
Hey, Del.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. That's my fault. But trust me on this. I promise I'll make sure this world's got more to give you two than despair.
I saw it with my own eyes. That lance gets past the king's magic. That means it can kill a candidate. They were testing it among themselves, and Lady Juna was right there with them.
So that wasn't as secret as we'd hoped it was.
You serious? How are we supposed to report that to Count Luis?
Thing is, I get the sense he already knows about the lance.
Don't worry, it's my own problem. I told you to leave the thinking to me.
You know, I really like Lady Juna's songs. And I like seeing you listening to her when you get the chance. You've got arm around your heart, Del, and her music pierces it. I don't want to kill Lady Juna. And you don't either, Del. Do you?
Have I mentioned how much I love those two?
So?
But yes, from here on, we are gonna be in full tilt plot mode. Oh, of course they give us an entry on the Dragons tier. Sacred fruit harvested only once every few years on Virga Island, also called a phantom fruit as it's never seen outside the island. Many of its harvests are used in rituals to converse directly with the gods. Well, yeah, that's one way of looking at it. But it is also served on special occasions like festivals or to special guests. Their sugary, succulent juices and rich flavour make them quite a treat. It must be noted, however, that those who eat one tend to behave most unusually for a short period thereafter. And also we have the pagan festival. Virga Island Festival, praying for the safe voyage of ships, originally marked the annual first day of fishing season. An effigy of the dragon god is lit aflame. I used to think that word was pronounced effigy, serving as both an offering for the dragon god and a beacon for sailors in the night. These days, however, it's a tradition of more cultural significance than practical. Historically, danger has apparently befallen villagers who went to sea without holding the festival beforehand. I couldn't find a good time to say this during the last event, so welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio, everyone. Yes, thank you for having me. That could be interpreted several ways, but yes. It's going to be a grand adventure. Yeah, first time Yufa will be out on the open road with us. Well, you know, outside of, well, I mean, actually, we took it around the Grand Trade area. So not exactly the first time, but yeah. Yeah, I suppose a lot of things on the island aren't exactly... I mean, they might have some... Given they make ocean voyages, they probably have things that are designed to last on ship voyages. Yeah. Prepare ourselves is right, because, next time, let's give it everything we've got. It's plot time! We are going to be hijacked by plot for a very, very long time.
And the age of a new king draws nearer.
Yeah, it draws nearer at a very, very rapid pace. These are going to be some big few days coming up. And there really isn't, like, much of an indication that's the case. Even, I mean, it probably is, because the story does tell you, yeah, like, you're gonna be facing Luis very, very soon. Our next destination is Hulkenberg's hometown, so I'm pretty sure she's already eaten her fill of the dishes there, and they're all boring to her.
Hold on.
Okay then.
So they are gonna let you buy things, and you might want to. There is still a shopping trip, though, before, the, like, major dungeon and boss fight that is coming up next. So don't worry too much about that. Exceptionally poor reception. That's one way to say we almost executed you.
You there?
Actually, it was not. Yeah, and I'll just say it's not gonna be the last.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, can't buy any more of these. These are really the only shops where I'd actually want to buy things before we leave. Okay, before we go,
Hey, mister.
after beating the Dragon Temple, you want to talk to this guy called Clumsy Boy near the Rooster Inn. That gets us another gold beetle we couldn't get before, and with that, we should have all the gold beetles in Virga Island. And now, let's go.
Looks like the sea's settled somewhat. We've got a map of the Altabury region too. I'd say we're set.
Now we can leave with our minds clear and pockets full, eh? Where are those brothers? Out on errands?
Hopefully those errands aren't reporting us to Luis.
I say we just leave them behind.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Well, long as we've got a minute alone, let's go over our plan. As soon as we get to Altabury, we give Luis the fake lance Nuris made up for us.
While I hold on to the real one.
Then, on the eve of this divine relic dedication ceremony, we use the real lance to end this, once and for all. He doesn't know we've worked out its powers. We'll use that to our advantage. Juna, we'll need you to convince Luis to attend the eve of the festival.
Oh, I've been pestering him to do so for a while now. Don't want him spending the evening in his heavily fortified Skyrunner after all.
So where is the false lance in question?
Right here, ready to poke an eye out. Oh, what do you think? A dead ringer, eh?
Such detail. Even I can't tell them apart.
When we get to Altabury, we'll pass off the fake to Luis. Then, we execute our plan.
Oh, by the way, I was talking with the Magnus brothers earlier. Think they might be onto us.
Okay, so now we are onto them, but they are onto us.
That's not good. We'll need to be more careful.
Wait, footsteps. Speak of the devils. We'll need to hide the real lance.
Good job on Heismay's amazing
We're
hearing.
late. We were about to leave you behind.
And we're not even joking about that. Heismay was all for that.
Right, all present and counted. Anchors away, what?
Nothing suspicious at all about the fact that there's a big empty space on that table next to the lance that's currently there.
Aye aye, me hearties!
Yes.
What's wrong then? Is that not the customary exclamation of sailors? Mr. Buckland was very specific.
I wouldn't believe everything he says.
Okay, so we've got that thing going on of people trying to teach Iger stuff, haven't we?
'Tis a strange melancholy, leaving the people we have so recently come to know.
Well, we can teleport back here whenever we want, so we're not going to be leaving them for very long.
We'll be back. With some fantastic tales to tell them, too.
Yes, certainly.
This is Altabury Heights. We'll make faster progress back on land.
And the weather is snow there today, though I don't know what it's going to be once we arrive. And on the way there, we've got
But isn't that...
campsite right on the shore, a landmark, and another campsite here. Around the region, we've got this nice autumn forest, along with some harsh snowy mountains,
But isn't that...
and the quaint colony of Malva.
Ah,
2 nights and 3 days of travel. Well, sadly, that means only one more chance to fish here.
Tally-ho then.
So let's move out.
With a new ally in tow, the Gauntlet Runner at last departs the island toward the eastern side of the inland sea. Their destination is the Principality of Montario. Its vast mountain crags, so different from the western terrain, can be seen clearly from the water. Their forthcoming task would be their greatest trial yet. They felt the tension rise in wordless silence.
Indeed.
2 more days, I think. Yes, because we killed it. Also, hi, Fidelio.
Seriously.
Yes, the method of killing everyone on the island, which we definitely didn't want to do. Okay, that's the fake. Good to know. Don't want to get the 2 of them mixed up, which it's quite easy to do. Also, hi, Basilio. Yeah, we've pulled off this job much better than we ever thought we would, so I wonder if he's going to be impressed with us. You know what? Might actually be worth making some coney stew, because having an ailment cure for all allies is going to be quite useful where we're going.
let's check.
Another thing to note, if you check the bookstore, I'd like to have a bookstore in this place, but we now have a new book here, How to Walk Outside the Island. Thoroughly annotated by Yufa. And this one raises tolerance, which we've already got up to rank 4, but we will need 5 eventually. as much as I would like to spend time with Yufa, this is my last chance to fish for a while. Also, yeah, wow, this looks cool. This is our first time seeing this side of the ocean. Although, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just in a circle on a loop, so... we're sailing around in circles, don't mind that.
Jeez.
Yes, I do have a tail bait left. But I think I want to choose the silly option to get a Queen's Honey Jar here. Or several Queen's Honey Jars. Think like a fish!
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at Cliffshade Camp just as the curtain of night descends on the wilderness. Ideal for their cover, it works both ways, as monsters and rogues alike await their victims in the shadows of the rocks. Only a Gauntlet Runner offers peace of mind against such dangers, a large reason why they are so sought after.
And ours has upgraded cannons now, thanks to our bomb with Nura, so those rogues are going to think multiple times, even more than twice, before attacking us. Cliffside Camp, I get the feeling that, like, you technically should be able to travel here, like, just on your own later on, but, like, there's not really much point unless you want to get another, Dream Eater Moth. So, as usual, when you're on a plot-based journey, you're able to spend time with your companions to reflect on the journey so far and raise imagination.
Pardon me.
And this is our first chance to do this with Yufa, so let's do that. And also, thank you, Guidebook, for having all the answers for these. I still can't believe that's a Catherine block, but yeah, that is going to reference all of Atlas's library, again, except Trauma Center.
I do believe.
Huh. Well, Moore thinks that, we, the players, are the ones who are the great power guiding these people. Which does kind of make sense. Oh no. Yeah, I would take everything she says with a massive grain of salt. Oh. Actually, no. Though that's good advice. I was just remembering, wait, no. In the Bond rank 2 with Yufa, she also mentioned Juna. I like how Juna's acting like kind of a big sister to Yufa here. But yeah, that is true. In Australia, we have a website called Smart Traveler that kind of explains, like, the things to be aware of in, like, every single country in the world that you could travel to. Oh, yeah, maybe you will see that one day. That would be the secret Elder Village.
Alright.
Yeah, a lot of imagination. Ooh, we're getting really close to our first rank 5 stat. Of course, I really want rank 5 courage because that will let me get Alonso to rank 7. That's always a good sign. A little bit more mag.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
And sadly, the age of fishing draws ever further. So from now on in the story, if you want to fish, you are going to need to... you're gonna need to go out of your way to go back and travel the Virga archipelago. Because those are pretty much the only areas in this game that have water. So that's why I wanted to make sure to get as many Queen's Honey Jars and Lords of the Lake as possible. Probably should have got some brocaded koi, actually, but I did buy the goldfish, at least. I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of the rarer ingredients you are able to buy in the last arc of the game, but Lords of the Lake, I'm pretty sure the only way to get those is via fishing.
Guess.
Well, let's hope that Opera doesn't get attacked by a giant octopus. Which sounds extremely bizarre unless you played Final Fantasy VI. I like how a lot of the Distant Worlds Final Fantasy concerts actually do a vocal version of the Final Fantasy VI opera. Of course, I've only played the pony version of Final Fantasy VI, so Rainbow Dash had the role of Setzer, so she was involved in that opera somehow. Also, Celeste was Trixie, which I felt was, like, kind of miscast, but anyway. Hey, Golden Shroom's not even trying! To save Scum, I mean. I'll take some Curative Coney Rose for area healing. 250 HP is still a decent amount at this point.
Hey.
Oh, hi, Baz. Yes, I'm allowed to call you Baz now, I've decided that. What, we're not allowed to like the fact that your brother's not gonna die? of like a horrible infection. But yeah, I think I'm gonna read a bit of how to walk outside the island. Although, okay, before anything else, I'm gonna save. Because I might like to show the other reminiscence conversations. Because the interesting thing is, Yufa actually has 2 of them this trip. If you spend time with her a second time, you'll actually get a second unique reminiscence conversation. But yeah, speaking of Yufa, let's go and read her book. I have annotated versions of like all of my Shakespeare and like Jane Austen books from high school, but this is kind of a different thing. Creating an altar while traveling, okay. Making eye contact with unmasked people. I wonder if this whole book just says things like, stay very, very, very far away from Grand Trad. Just don't bother.
Come look at this.
Okay, we've got a landmark, not a,
The Gauntlet Runner makes a short stop in front of Colorodeo Cliff, a bluff so tremendous it fills one's vision. Its massive fissure is said to be the vestige of a god's wrath, as only a force capable of splitting heaven and earth could cause it. Perfectly balanced by the work of nature, or the wrath of gods extolled in the myths of creation, none can say.
Well, it's a fantasy world, so it could easily be the second. And yeah, I mean, a landmark, not an ambush. Yeah, this almost looks like some kind of a giant monster's jaw. Reminds me of the Sharpedo Rock in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Yeah, I've seen Mariland playthrough, you know, Explorers of Sky. That's one of those games I have a weird relationship with because so many people just praise it to absolute high heaven, and it just can't possibly live up to it if I ever was actually going to play it myself. Like, honestly, I played only the first one, like Blue Rescue Team, and I didn't actually like its gameplay all that much. But anyway, yes.
What?
Speaking of...
Actual metaphor comedy moment here. I like how Basilio and Fidelio are staying at the back of the group. I mean, honestly, they could just push us off right now if they wanted to, but they don't want to, trust me, because they like us.
Listen!
Yes.
Oh, she's gonna do... Honestly, I can just seriously picture her, and being filled with an unexplainable urge to scream, somehow broadened by wisdom.
Alright.
But yeah, I can believe Yufa ending up doing the Fluttershy. Yay.
As for me...
Let's not air out all of our dirty secrets in front of Basilio and Fidelio. Definitely one of my favorite landmark conversations, even if I like other landmarks better.
The Gauntlet Runner stops amidst rocky terrain as twilight envelops the wilderness in darkness. The twinkling lights are not all stars. Some are the eyes of monsters, peering through the dark. To await the dawn in comfort and peace is a privilege only the Gauntlet Runner can provide.
No, those monsters in the dark that are twinkling are just the vampire skin sparkling. They don't sparkle at nighttime, I don't think, so anyway. Yeah, we are back at a camp. Yeah, we're gonna be in town very, very soon. And as stated, things are gonna happen. A section of coastal cliff between Virga Island and Montario. The precipitous chalk bluffs are breathtaking in their own right. The great horizontal fissure within the cliff, as if ripped from the land itself, is said to stir onlookers' hearts to sense the presence of some existence or entity beyond all mortal knowledge. A nursery tale familiar to all the kingdom's subjects explains that the crack was caused by the immense outpouring of power when God bestowed magic upon the lowly beasts we now know as Interesting. Interesting. Well, I mean, we know that anybody can use archetypes, but that's probably not what the Sanctus Church teaches.
Hey.
And yeah, once more rare footage of these two in casual outfits. Seeing Basilio's tail there, people do kind of debate what kind of animals these two are based on. I don't really like to equate the Parapus with real-life animals, though. Except how I said that Catherine was like a horse, because lol. Okay, so we have you three out here. Yufa's here, and Hulkenberg's in the kitchen. This isn't just bias. I did say before that in a rare instance, Yufa actually has a second unique conversation here, so I might as well show that one. But I will also try and show the others too.
Actually,
because all of these are unique to this specific trip. Huh.
Well,
I'm not sure I want to know what a linter dial is, but yeah. There are a lot of religions that have traditions where certain animals are considered either unclean or sacred. Yeah, actually, that reminded me, speaking of smart travel, I was looking at the entry for India a while back, and it was interesting talking about cows roam freely in India, and intentionally, like, harming one is a crime that carries severe penalties.
just one thing.
Well, I mean, Yufa's a good vehicle for that. If this gets me rank 5 imagination, it's going to be amazing. Come on, rank 5 imagination! Yeah! Our first max royal virtue, and in fact, this will let me talk about another gameplay mechanic the next time we get an imagination increase.
Imagination. Why, that's...
Unfortunately, there's no unique voice clip for maxing out a stat. I do feel like this kind of takes the perfect amount of time to max out every royal virtue. Like, I feel like Persona stats often have 5 ranks too, but they take a lot longer to raise. I feel like it's kind of just right with these ones.
Magnificent.
Let's show off the other reminiscence conversations, especially actually also Hulkenberg also has extra talks. In fact, she has 2 of them. And I believe this is actually the last chance to see both of Hulkenberg, so I might have to reload even further back to show them all. But yeah, this one I found it stimulating. I like it's wriggled.
Indeed.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind having that kind of thing. I bet it will be extra wriggly if it's served raw.
Now then.
Yeah, honestly, he doesn't seem like the kind of person who wouldn't go down to just a single lance hit.
I'd say...
So this is Hulkenberg's, what the guidebook calls Extra Chat 1. Since we only have free day tomorrow, I don't think I have time to get the Extra Chat 2 in this trip. But yeah, in this one, the best answer is information.
sure.
Huh.
Stroll also has extra chat, so I'll have to reload to show those.
And so...
Yeah, maybe one day Will should write a book about all this. And now, it's Stroll's reminiscence time. Well, yeah, that boss fight did go pretty well for me. Also got an unscathed triumph from the Homo Margo as well. Yeah, either of those, either of these two I think give the most.
What's that about?
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the people who promise so many things without ever delivering. Like every single other politician in this race, well, at least most of the notable ones. Huh.
Hey.
I do like that he's definitely bringing up, like, some of the issues with Luis and the other candidates' philosophies here, but particularly Luis and Forden. I actually like this one.
What do you think?
And Stroll's extra talk. I just found out that both Heisme and Juna also have extra talk, so I hope you all appreciate me going through the trouble to record all these, because I have to sit through all of those landmark scenes every single time I do this. Either of these work, apparently.
Look at that.
I see.
Oh, well, that's good advice. Well, we are actually getting into the end game, so you might not need to sleep in the runner for much longer.
Well...
Oh yes, look forward to his growth. One day Stroll will have growth, some very, very, very important growth. You'll see. And now Heisme. Yeah, there's not enough there does actually give, I think, the most points here.
Certainly. If so,
let's not go full Shin Megami Tensei, please. Let's not go full Shin Megami Tensei, please. And Heisme's first extra chat. Sadly, I don't think I'm actually able to show the second chats for, well, for everyone, except, yeah, for everyone, unfortunately. It has its charms, so I'm glad there are no sandworms. But that does feel a little bit insulting for where he used to live. Granted, he only lived there because he, wanted to die, so he probably hates that place too. Ah, yes. I don't know what it is. There's a thing in, a lot of Japanese media about not wanting to call, cockroaches or pest insects by name. Because that also showed up in Ace Attorney Investigations too. And I've seen that in anime as well.
Alright.
They almost treat, saying the name of those things like some kind of taboo. Oh, well, that's the exact same line. And finally, Juna. Yes, you do indeed fit right in, especially with Yufa, because you can combo very well with her Summon Dragon God. Yeah, I feel like this is one of the few places where she doesn't need to pretend. Yeah, exactly. The whole giving them exactly what they wanted. Yeah, it does feel very Rise in a lot of ways, even though her character is really different to Rise. I don't really think there's any Persona character that Juna's that similar to be honest.
Alright.
Oh, okay, so both Juna and Yufa give more imagination for this. Kind of makes sense because, they're the newer party members, so they think that, the developers would probably be safe in assuming most players would want to spend time with either one of them. And Juna's first extra chat.
I see.
Huh?
So, what I was kind of alluding to before, this is actually the only chance to get Juna's extra chat too. And in order to do that, you actually need to have spent time with her twice during the first sea trip. Because the way this works is that after you spend time with them the first time, you'll get their unique reminiscence for that story trip. And then if you spend time with them again on the same trip, you'll then get extra chat 1 if you didn't have that before. And then if you've got extra chat 1 and you spend time with them after having seen the original conversation, you'll then get extra chat 2. So if you spend time with Juna twice on this trip, you'll get her extra chat 2. If you got her extra chat 1 in a previous trip, and the only previous trip she had was the one at sea. So, yeah, it's actually pretty remote to get Juna's extra chat 2 here. I unfortunately, I just would need to reload very far back to actually be able to show this. I'd have to redo the entire Dragon Temple, so I hope people have footage of that online. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to show these, but yeah, it would have taken a lot of foresight, and I would have had to have missed out on seeing a lot of other conversations. So, as a compromise, I'm showing everybody's extra chat 1 here. Yeah, I guess that is true. And I believe, yeah, so both her and Yufa get me to rank 5 imagination for spending time with them twice, but nobody else does on this trip. Interesting. But now...
Tis nearly time.
Yeah, Luis is just flying around in his fancy air gauntlet runner that's ridiculously fuel inefficient and is destroying the environment.
Got it?
Well, we just have to slog it on foot. And it's also raining.
Alright then.
So we do still have one more day on the road. And yeah, Gallica does mention this. You still have the ability to...
Coming up.
like, change your equipment and archetypes and stuff once you get to the actual dungeon itself. Or at least when we're in Altabury. It's funny, it's recently gotten colder where I live, and I like the cold a lot more than, most people do. Probably because Australia gets ridiculously hot in the hot, times. And we have, like, a big shelter over here made of these, like, rods that's, I guess that's meant to be sort of an umbrella, but yeah, we can get a little bit of a look at the Altabury region. It's a combination of rain and icy and, like, snowy, freezing winds. Of course, we don't have cover up here. I do not know where Basilio is, and I'm sad, because I want to talk to him, but I can't see him. Oh, that was a lot of reloading. Okay, so after all of that, I could actually show what happens if you get imagination where you already have max, but no. I am instead going to read more of how to walk outside the islands, just to make more progress on getting the reading trophy. And this one doesn't have any choices. Oh. Okay, it does actually tell you to go to Grand Trad. I'm surprised. I thought that it would just tell Mustari, avoid that place like the plague. Okay, don't pray the Mustari way in restaurants, okay?
Alright.
Still a little bit to go before I max that out, and we're still only at rank 3 on Eloquence. I have one more debate to do when I get to Altabury Heights, but I don't think that's going to push me to 4. And you need rank 5 Eloquence for one of my favorite bonds in the game that's coming up.
Nura speaking.
So we actually have another landmark on the way to Altabury.
Before Altabury's mountains, the Gauntlet Runner sets upon the murky graveyard. The colossal bridges overhead are an impressive sight. During the Annex War, this land was a fierce battleground. Many soldiers, unable to return to their loved ones, found their final rest here. But few honor the dead. Their spirits take no solace. Their tragic remains are desecrated by wild dogs, leaving their bones exposed to the elements.
Well, I mean, we've dealt with a lot of undead in case any of those attack us. This area too actually reminds me a bit of Ghibli and Nausicaa, but yeah, the more dark parts of that movie. Yeah, and that does seem to be a very common trend in a lot of warfare.
Yeah.
Would be nice to give a proper burial to all of them, but that would take a very long time. Yeah, true, it is important to know the cold reality of battle rather than just listening to all of those tales of valor and, you know, join the army, it's glorious, and yeah, no, it's really not. Okay, more wisdom.
Alright.
That's probably not going to... Yeah, okay, yeah, well, it's getting kind of close, but nope. Still pretty behind in eloquence, though.
Hey,
The white hand on your shoulder. It's not real.
Dad.
Except in Pokemon Origins, it actually is! Yeah, I do like it when Japanese media makes a male character scared of ghosts for once. They did that with Alois in Three Houses as well.
That's my fault.
Well, yeah, a rarely somber line from Neuros giving us his drawing. Do we ever end up showing this one to Maria? I mean, I guess, I feel like she's probably the kind of person who doesn't want us to sugarcoat anything of the world for her.
Altabury Heights, capital of the Principality of Montario, the eastmost country annexed into the Kingdom of Uchronia. The mountain path leading to the city begins near the coastline, but few gauntlet runners can contend against its steep slope. Those who complete the arduous climb are rewarded. City lights, dusted with snow, twinkle beautifully in the valley. But what awaits the party there is no reward, but their greatest trial thus far. The hour of reckoning draws near, and they steel themselves anew.
And it is inclement weather too.
The seat of sanctism, Altabury. Truly, I never thought I would see it in person. What is that giant structure?
The monolith. In Sanctus Scripture, they tell of how the stone was shaped by God's own hand.
It's afloat. I'd only heard rumors that it didn't touch the ground, but to see it now.
Are we finally moving again?
Just another trip for our songstress.
We're here at last.
Ontario has a very somber atmosphere. And, well, it's about to get even more somber for us as we meet this guy.
Well done. So this is the Lance of Legend, is it?
Yes, it is totally the Lance of Legend!
I am called Euphrasia, priestess of the island. For personal reasons, I have joined them on their journey.
Oh, right, Yufa, this is your first time meeting him, isn't it? Yeah, he said, yeah, this guy sucks, by the way.
You do not detest me?
I feel like this is his most common reaction to the majority of people who meet him.
I owe my life to them, and I understand they operate under your guidance.
Indeed. I had heard you were able to obtain the lance without incurring the islanders' hatred. Quite a feat, now that I know it to be true. Well done. At last, it seems that even fate has abandoned Fortin.
I mean, it abandoned him a long time ago, but it's about to abandon you too.
Thanks to you, I was spared the effort of sifting through ashes to find this. If the islanders could not be persuaded, my next course would have been to raise their village to the ground. The Caradrius' batteries would make that a fairly simple task.
So for this moment right here, I have a story. Early on in the days of this game, I saw TV Tropes and I saw an entry there where people were saying, many people are confused why you can't side with Luis. I mean, he dislikes the systems of power in Uchronia and its corruption, and wants to change the world and stuff, so naturally you would think that, and I do feel like, at first glance, for people who are very just starting with this game, it might be easy to think of this guy as, you know, that kind of character. You know, I'm not gonna say who, but you know who I'm referring to. And for a lot of people, this is the point where it finally clicks. Oh no, this guy sucks, and it makes sense that you can't side with him. Now, to a lot of other people, they realize that long beforehand, but this is definitely the point where as more and more people who were playing Metaphor for the first time reached this point, I started to see a big drop-off in the number of people who unironically supported Luis in the fandom.
What?
Why are you surprised? At times, sacrifice is necessary to save the many. Was that not the exact reasoning by which your countrymen would have seen you die?
I mean, but like, she's one person and you're talking about blowing up an entire island and basically killing an entire race.
You're...
Have the lance brought to my chamber later. Thank you for your hard work in spite of your wound. Take care of yourselves.
Hopefully he never finds out that a Sanctus healed him.
Now we need only to wait until tomorrow for the Saints' Day festival.
The whole event will be held over 2 days at the Opera House.
The first day is the eve of the festival, and I'm scheduled to sing. Hope you're looking forward to it.
Main festivities start on the second day. That's when all these divine relics will be dedicated and sealed. It's aimed at proving beyond a doubt that Sanctism is the highest authority.
All kind of daft though, isn't it? If they were that confident in their scriptures, you'd think they wouldn't have to bother with all that.
I mean, yeah, that is a good point.
This is where Forden dies. He and Sanctism itself. At the very least, it's worth giving him a memorable end.
Lord Luis, I do hope you'll come and watch me sing this time. We missed you at the opening ceremony. If you're not there, it'll hardly be worth it.
You needn't worry. Having come all this way, it would be a waste not to show.
Well, I'm off to check out the Opera House. Want to make sure everything's shipshape for my solo, of course. The rest is up to you.
You have all performed admirably. You exceeded my every expectation.
Oh yeah, before I forget, Luis destroying Virga Island is not the bad ending for that arc, but I still can't show the bad ending yet.
Soon, Forden's reign will come crashing down. From this point onward, I would have you forfeit the competition and dedicate yourself fully to my campaign.
Oh, well, don't worry, that's not going to be necessary.
Understood.
For now, rest your wings a while. Tomorrow's festivities will be a grand show indeed.
Oh, yes, they will be.